Yeah, viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, one more Ogbuefi Ezeana ugochitubelu Oraifite. Mommy Pomaka Jugo. I'm an ancient high priest. I'm only seeing Chuaja ugochitubelu na temple. And you know about family, me look as all more teacher. Abukaz money seeing Chuaja, no then a restoration evangelical mission. Bronyam Basujo than an Igbo. So you can call me a priest or than an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. No watch it, no go one case, you why you have but benefit of family spirit alignment. Benefit of family spirit alignment. I will go. Now, as you know, well, more everywhere tontala gurubenia. Take it or leave it. Echefukwana. Na Igbo, na Africa in general. Wa aburu na efe chukwu. Aburu na efe mmụọ. I can tell you without missing any words that no family in an Igbo ahịa ibelu na-enwere nta na atọlụ wee hibe nyawa agbụrụ ma ọ bụ nyawa family. Take it or leave it. Esikwana na ndị ọzọ na-eme na ndị anyarị na-eme. No. Especially gị bụ onye Igbo. Igbo bụ agbụrụ na-efe mmụọ from time immemorial. Ndị Igbo bụ mba Chukwu ji aka ya wee debere onwe ya. Ndị Igbo, we are the ancients. O nwere ihe anyị ji dị ebube na nsọtụ ụwa niile obodo ọbụla ijere ifuru onye Igbo na-agba PKRS. O nwere ihe anyị ji dị ebube. And that is the ihe awa ndị ọzọ na-afụ n'ime anyị eji ekwu maka anyị. So ozi ya na-ewetata ana m ewetara ya ta onye Igbo ọbụla na onye Afrịka ọbụla. No. Na-enwere mmụọ eji wee debe ngwurube nna gị. Mgbe a tọrọ nta na ngwurube nna gị enwere covenant. Ọtụtụ ngwuru dị iche iche and enwere ihe kpatara ya nọ. Your ancestors for the well-being of unborn children enter into covenant with the forces of nature for the well-being and benefit of the unborn children, the descendants. So wherever you detach yourself from this covenant, wherever you contributed in committing dastardly act, desecration to these holy altars and holy covenants, entered in good faith on behalf of your family by your ancestors, believe in me, your life will be in shambles. I'm here today to tell you how you can be able to reconcile, to align with your family spirits. Those family spirits that walking in the light of with positive vibrations for your benefit. Before we dive into today's lecture, important announcement. Keep sharing our messages. Keep telling people about our administrations. Remain blessed. I wanted to test this way and I na-achụ ọnwa ọbụla. Ọnwa nke a na-abịa n'isi njedebe anyị na ha achịkọta ya. Ma ụbọchị ikpeazụ nke ọnwa anyị ga-ejekwa na mmiri chịkọta ya n'aha mmadụ dum. N'isi ụtụtụ ejego dị na temple chụọ aja gọọ ọfọ kwubi okwu n'isi ndị sonyela anyị all over the world. Distance abụrụ ebara ya na aja anyị na-achụ maọbụ ọlụ anyị na temple. N'isi ụtụtụ ejego nje chụọ aja gọọ ọfọ n'isi the friends of the temple, children of the temple, members of Eze-Ana Restoration Evangelical Mission and consecrated group. To aka isi eme ụbọchị ọbụla the last day of the month anyị ga-eje na mmiri were ihe ọnụ na-eri kpee ile ọma n'aha mmadụ. Gbagọta na temple jee n'ebe nchụaja chụọ aja to entities of powers, jee n'ebe nchụaja gbuo ebulu mesara aka nwanne chụwakwa aja maka na aja karịrị ọgwụ. To aka isi eme. So ọ bụrụ na ị dị interested ị na-esonye ya, ihe ị ga-eme ya wee chat ya m na WhatsApp. You forward your 3 prayer requests. I get them an altar. Then you make a token donation to the account number. Now let's dive into today's lecture. We started this group rituals here currently 3 years now, and we have massive testimonies. So I'm going to introduce you and he gave me a chat na WhatsApp. But we don't want to do when Ankuzia. WhatsApp number here you want to 0805 78 37 672. I repeat 0805 672. In a screen, you got phone numbers in that. Now let me dive into today's lecture. HF can get what Ogbuefi Ezeana ugochitubelu na social media handles, na YouTube, na Facebook, na TikTok. Yes, na number here you want na our live program na satellite television called Eziokwu TV. Now let's dive into today's lecture. Today's lecture is very unique. Keep tagging your friends, keep inviting them, let them join and hear from the horse's mouth, and you keep sharing it. As you are doing this, may you remain blessed. Now, what I'm telling you is that in every Igbo family and Africa in general, a well covenant entered in good faith by your ancestors. Makana Igbo race bụ agbụrụ na-efe mmụọ. Ọ mmụọ anyị na-efe kpatara ndị Igbo ji wee bụrụ ndị bụ isi n'ihe niile. In everything, Igbos lead. Yes, and because of the Igbo bụ agbụrụ na-efe mmụọ, even other tribes, other race na-afụdabụ nyabụ that mmụọ aka mmụọ dị n'ihe anyị na-eme. That is why the Igbos succeed massively all over the world. Ebe ọ bụla ihe onye Igbo tinyere aka n'ime na-apụ iche, because na anyị bụ agbụrụ na-efe mmụọ. We are special choosing people of God. Chukwu nke pụrụ ime ihe niile. Gịnị ka m na-ekwu maka ya? Ndị Igbo bụ agbụrụ Chineke debelụ. Ndị Igbo, ọ bụrụ na ị watchbụrụ teaching m ebe m kọwalụ the Africa, the first son of God, you are missing something. On my YouTube channel. What am I saying? Ndị Igbo bụ agbụrụ na-abụ ebe ọbụla ha zukọtara, ebe ọbụla ha setụrụ, ha akpọtuo mmụọ na ya. Ọ bụrụ taa ka o bidoro. Ọtụtụ mmụọ na arụsị dị iche iche akpọturu n'obodo dị iche iche enwere ọdụ origin. I nwere ike isi n'ọgba ka o bidoro, maka na ihe nọgolo thousands of years. Ọ bụrụ ịmara na ezinụlọ dị iche iche na nnukwu ngwuru dị iche iche akpọturu mmụọ, and enwere ọgbụgba ndụ ndị nna nna gị ha enter in peace before akpọtuo onye bụ mmụọ. Nna amatụ ihe nji abụ nna amatụ ejiri m ezinụlọ m wee na-amatụ bụ ka ị ghara ịsị na ọ bụ fairy tale ma ọ bụ akụkọ ịkọja. Adịm amara gị atụ with something present which you can verify. Yes. Na ngwurube ebe si wee ngwurube nna m, ọ bụ ngwuru ebe emere mmụọ na mgbe ete aka. The ancient time. My grandfather, who reincarnated me, happened to be a spiritualist and also title holder. Eze-Ana ego bahia ahozia. Gịnị ka m na-ekwu maka ya? Emelụ mmụọ ma na-emesịa ka oge nke ya gwụrụ, nna m jebe ụka. O pay us attention to those things family ji wee dị ebube. Among me, I don't know what you are passing through in your own family. I can tell you that what you are passing through in your own family could be similar to what we once passed through in my own family. Yes. According to history, my grandfather lived a good life to the extent that years back, I came across people that knows him in person. In fact, the oldest man in my own village still know my grandfather. He knows him as a palm wine tapper, and he knows him as a spiritualist and also title holder. Do you know why I want to use my family history to tell you some certain things? For you to learn from it. This my grandfather was rich during his own time. You know, in the olden days, to measure rich, wealthy man is not the way we measure it now. In Gen Z generation, we measure richness by how many mansions, how many Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and rest of them you have, and Benz. They are literally garages. But those days is not, they are not too materialistic. But there is some signs you know that this man is a wealthy man. Olden days. Is when you have the ability to loan people, give people money to go and solve their problems. Those days, lands are not meant to be sold. Those days, my grandfather has plenty lands. Not the one he inherited from his own father, but the ones he got by giving loans to people. In exchange of that loan, they will give him land. They will give him land. Whenever they pay, they collect their land back. When I was growing up, I remember I followed my parents to farm in some of those lands. But my grandfather was so wise. He has human heart. He told my father that in case he passed on, that those lands is not ours. That those lands is land the owners, the real owners, used to borrow money from him. He now warned that for any reason, anybody from that lineage that originally owned that land, whenever they come with the exact money they borrowed from him, they should release that land for them. Is this singular act not act of a man with good heart? If it is in the how makes sense. And I remember my mother told me a story that when I was growing up as a small boy, as a little child, very little child, I had a convulsion that normally happened to those little children, toddlers. However, that time there was this great dibia in my own village, neighboring village. My mother took me to him. After he took care of me, give me some mark here for that conversion, and the whole thing stopped. And my mother asked him for payment, money, the amount she will pay. The man laughed and said, woman, that it will not be possible for him to collect money from the grandson of woman Ebu, that he's not going to do it. So he asked my mother to take me home. Since that time, anytime the man sees me when I was growing up, he used to call me the name of my grandfather, Ahozia. I didn't know the meaning because I was raised via Christian method. So that is how I was raised. So, but when I was growing up, there this yearning inside me, burning as a burning desire for me to worship God, worship Chukwu. But as a little child, I was introduced to a way of life in Catholic faith. I followed it from Brock Rosary. But my soul, my spirit keep yearning for knowledge that made me to be one of the people that once Catholics, that was a member of many societies in the Catholic Church. So, to show you how the thing goes, but that one will be story for another day. I would not like to go deeper. So, but when before my grandfather passes on, he handed the family of Fon and the family to my late father, because my late father is not the first son, but my late father happens to be the closest son to him. In fact, he is the one the spirit chose to be the successor. But my own father, because he went to this, he was trained by missionaries, and missionary brainwashed him and advised him not to take my grandfather's advice. That is going to be Onyogomo. My father believed them. He took all the offer and all the sacred objects, took them to the go. I went into the deep bush and dumped them there. But my own father told me that many years after, this thing happened when he was already a matured man about to get married. He dumped them inside bush. But after many years, things began to disturb him. He now went back there at least to go and pick them those things up. Maybe keep them where they will be safe. Because according to what he told me that his mind, his instincts keep telling him that this thing will later become a problem. That he doesn't have any right to destroy those altars and their symbols. So when he went there, it happens that the real owners of that particular farm have set everything ablaze. When he was telling me all these things, is because I was very a successful contractor. At my early age, I have become a limited liability that has great shares. I registered my first company then, Polanton Integrated Limited then. At my early 20s, I already have a water drilling equipment, water drilling company, water drilling rig. If you know those motors that drill water, I was doing very well, marvelously well. My office there, why I'm saying this thing, you can verify. My office there is at 105 on Owerri Road, first floor. It's owned by Polanton Integrated Limited, the water drilling giants. Our drilling machine moved from site to site. But at a stage, I began to have problems. On this particular day, I went to my father and asked him, Dad, is there anything you need to tell me about my route? He now told me the story how he destroyed the offer and the other things. But that time, I was still only I was still a member of Catholic Charismatic and a member of Bible Societies and the Catholic Faith, and a member of Mother Society. So I couldn't see it as anything. So, but to cut the whole story short, fast forward it, when my father passed on, my father knows fully well that Abu Maria is supposed to be a successor of his own father. I believe that my father passed on at before 80 years because he refuses to do that. If not, he would have stayed longer. He passed on. When he passed on, me as the first son, first child, the whole burden of the fatherhood which he left vacuum rested on me. Something happened. I had a vision that I should go and test my roots. The same way I'm talking to you now. I didn't listen. My contract work for drilling began to have issues that is abnormal. At a stage, I left the work. I went into business. Something kept happening. At that particular point, I consulted a specialist for the first time. And after consultation, I was asked, where is the offer? That my family is a family where they have covenants with progressive spirits, that I should go and align with them, and that it shall be well with me, that the world will hear my voice. I was given prophecy. Immediately after that message consultation, I went to cut the whole story short, fast forward it, I went and replaced the offer. And I was told, because that anytime I replaced the offer, that whatever my family lost as a result of throwing away that offer, that offer is a symbol of authority. that offer is the offer my grandfather uses to make a declaration that he shall be well with his family, even when he will be no more. That he shall be well with his children, that their voice and their name will be heard. I don't know what you are passing through. And I can tell you, life and direct, that your grandfather made similar prayers. Some of you are celebrating. If you go to ministries, they are giving you psalms to go and be praying. Maybe at this fasting. What is psalm? Let's say Psalm 21. Jehovah boy na something cattle. Or dị ihe kọrọ m nkọ n'oge emere m nka n'oge emere m nka na m ga-adị ka oke osisi akụrụ n'akụkụ mmiri. I will not lack anything. Ihe ọ bụla ị ga-ọfọ. His declaration. David was praying for his children unborn, for his coming generation. God was at 35. He said, Luso ha agha bụ ndị na-alụso m agha. Luso ha ọgụ bụ ndị na-alụso m ọgụ. Mee ka ụzọ ha gbaa ọchịchịrị. Find my enemies. Let their ways be dark. Let them fall. This is the prayers David made for the benefit of his generation and children of God. The same way our forefathers used our staff to make a declaration that he shall be well with our families, that he is well with his own family, that whatever good that is happening on other people's family must happen in your own family, that untimely death will never be their portion, that they will progress, that childbearing will never be a problem, and none of his children unborn will die prematurely. This is the staff of authority that your grandfather uses to make the declaration that he shall be well with you. Not because you are ignorant of how this works. Most family throws away their own. When you are throwing away the staff of authority used in entering covenants, then what do you expect? So that is exactly what happened to most families. You that are looking at me, you supported your family members, knowingly or unknowingly, to destroy all the family ancient altars. I mean those ancient altars built in good faith. Do you know what Obi symbolizes in Igbo spirituality? Obi is like assembly hall. Obi is not where the spirits and humans normally gather to have a meeting of how things will work, move from point A to point B. In the olden days, Obi na-adị obi mgbe ezi dị n'okwu ụkwa. Obi na-adị n'ihu ụlọ. So that even if you are a traveler, ijere mgbọ, ijere ịkpa nkụ, ịbụ onye na-aga ije, ikegwu gị, you are entitled to enter inside Obi and rest for a while. After resting, you continue your journey. Nobody will drive you out of Obi in Igbo spirituality. Ọ Obi iwe ebe mmụọ na-abịa mmadụ na-abata na-ezu ike. Obi iwe ebe a na-anabata ndị ọbịa. Mgbe ọ nwere ịnabatara onye ọbịa n'obi aṅụrị, mmụọ na-agọzi gị. So ọ bụrụ na ụghọtara ihe Obi bụ, ọ na Obi a ka ndị ichie na-anọ wee kpaa nkata for the well-being of the family in question. N'Obi ka ndị ichie na-anọ wee kpaa nkata maka family in question. So mana ndị mmadụ bịara, ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ maka na eriri ha eri. Some families destroyed their Obi. Some families destroyed their Obi. Ife ha ji wee dị ebube. I don't know what you are passing through, but mark my words, the Obi is an altar. Ọtụtụ family hiwere aquarium, the goddess of fertility, multiplication, Acquiring is not only for childbearing. Acquiring has to do with anything multiplication. But some people will lie that na-eji acquiring, na-eji mmadụ ehibe acquiring, which is fallacy, total fallacy. It's not true. E nwere ezinụlọ dị iche iche ebe a dọrọ obi dị iche. Ụfọdụ uwe ebe a dọrọ ana. Ụfọdụ uwe ebe a kpọtụrụ mmụọ. Because olden days, a word of police, a word of court, is always survival of the fittest. Ọtụtụ family, ndị nna nna ha nwere ike a na-achụ ha ọchịchị. This kind of ọchịchị dị now. You know we are living in a competitive world where some people don't like your face. Some people want to take what that rightly belongs to you. Envy and jealous everywhere. It does not start today. And envy and jealous will not stop you tomorrow. It has been there because wicked human being will always exist. Remember the story of Cain and Abel. Yes. So that is the kind of thing that used to happen those days. And their forefathers, because they are very wise, they thought it wise to call upon the angel of God. If it's a feminine spirit entity, Oburogu. If it's masculine spirit, Oburolas, Mobudo, and rest of them. Obotuoye whereby into covenant with Amadioha, Mobudo, where the Regabazi, where you are. Na Chukwu nke pụrụ ime ihe niile ka ichekwa mụ na ezinụlọ m na ndị ilo gbara m okirikiri ndị na-achọ ka a nara m oke m maka na m bụ ofu nwa ma ọ maka ihi na m enwere onye ga-ekwuru m. Chekwa m, chekwaba ezinụlọ m, chekwa agbụrụ m ndị aka ga-amụ n'iru na isi ha amawanata aja na onye ọbụla isi ha na-awa aja ya were nke ya chụọ na nwa Eze ya dị efu na mba na o nwere onye ọbụla bụ onye ezinụlọ ya a ga-achọrịrị achọ a ga-eji wee mee ọgwụ otu ọfọ n'ala. Ọ sị na ya ma eji onye ọbụla bụ descendant ya wa ọbara ya wee mee ọgwụ na onye ọbụla zuo ihe ọjọọ ya eme onye ọbụla bụ ezinụlọ ya onye ahụ nwụrụ otu ọfọ n'ala. Otu ọfọ n'ala sị na anwụ ike, ọnwụ ezu elu, ọnwụ accident ama abụnata nke onye ọbụla si na agbụrụ ya otu ọfọdụ. That is covenant. Otu ọfọdụ na onwere onye ọbụla gbanwe agbụrụ ya ga-anwụ n'afọ ime otu ọfọdụ. Otu ọfọdụ na si na ihe ọma na-eme na be ndị ọzọ ga-eme na agbụrụ ya otu ọfọdụ. Otu ọfọdụ na wee sị na n'obodo na ba na ha ga na-adị ndụ ka nka. Otu ọfọdụ otu ọfọdụ na sị na ebe ndị ntọ mmadụ na-atọ to onye ọbụla bụ onye si na agbụrụ ya, na onye ọbụla ga-etọ onye ọbụla si na agbụrụ ya tọọ ya asị onye ntọ, kidnapping. Na enu ga-agha onye ahụ aja, ana ga-agha onye agha anya, na onye agha ga-adị expose otu ọfụnana. Ụdị covenant ya bụ covenant ndị nna nna ha bara in good faith maka na ịhụnanya ha nwere n'ezi agbụrụ ha, mana itolitere jebe ụka maka na eriri gị eri. Ị jụrụ ajụ ije ofu pastọ wee ghọrịa gị rie ọfịs Wall Street wee sị gị na ihe na-enye gị nsogbu bụ maka ọta anwa dị na be nna gị. O nwere ụta ndị nna nna anyị hibelụ bụ ihe ehibere na nzuzo. They were inspired site na mkpalite nke mmụọ nsọ ha wee je hibe ya bụ ọta for a reason. Onwe ọbụrụ ihibe ọta abụrụ onye chọọ, ọ bụ site na mkpalite nke Chukwu. Ọ bụrụ taa ka ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ chọgoro ka ha hibe ọta, but they were never permitted. You remember the story of David. David was described as the apple of God's eyes. David was loved by God. Chukwu. David wanted to build a temple for Chukwu. But Chukwu said, no, David, you cannot build a temple for me because your hands were soiled in blood. So building altar is not only chore, also the ability and inspiration of the Holy Spirit. So your ancestors was inspired by more than always more positive spirits to end on weekend, to end the end zone of Endagi, and they were carried away, inspired to erect that altar, and they were directed how to erect that altar. But because of your own ignorance, you were just maybe nyabo to ta altar, nanage hahibele, but family to wear the above. But I don't know that I am 1 weekend. Magano for them, I say, can't call on the head of men. Maganoja Bummanos or Sibita, those are pastors, those are spiritualists. You normally invite for family liberation in your family. They will come and commit abomination, dastardly act in the family. Those pastors, let me tell you what they do. You are the first, or you are asking me, why is it that the spirit of they destroy in your family house? Why is it that it's not killing pastors? It will not kill them, because you know why? That is the rat that is in the house that informed the rat that is outside that there was this fish on the cupboard. Because you people invited a stranger to your family altar and gave them permission to destroy them. So who will deal with? In Nigerian constitution, you are the one that sent somebody to go and commit evil. If you bought a stolen item, you that bought a stolen item is regarded as someone that sent the criminal to go and steal those things. You will get more penalty. So the spirit will not have anything to do with your pastor or your spiritualist that invited, because no one invited. He did not come on his own. You invited him. You gave him the strength. And most spiritualists, and let me tell you what they do. Once they come to your house, they will say, I want to say, hope you people say that you don't want this altars again. He said yes. It's an indictment. Or else you can go, or for example, or for a million, or maybe also no one brought the head in that. I had that command, you know, that every other way, you can't put up for everyone in the Bayok. I want to show you what you hear them. Also, on your head, so be always you know. Also, the battery million outside the gates. On the book, million to your head, so be all. Now, what's a million acre? On our pop, I can have you other Guga, Mariana, because one was in the compound, and Abu, some Abu. On to do a poor million. How many spiritualists I will tell you what is happening. Only about 1 hour, 7 minutes here. Here, my am up here. Oh, we all look at it. Here is no air, you can answer. Yeah, oh, where here, but is on. That's all. No, look at it. Yeah, call him. What's a rack here? I want to know the fun they do so to town for the way in Petcha and all over. Oh, why I won't make I have just dwells in one on that look good all how far. There's no other good all how far. So they can knock again. Don't allow anybody to come and do this kind of work. Open no media. Igagame appeasement. Onogagame restitution. If it's possible. Open no other possible. He may install those altars maybe. Because the majority can be there. He want to individually. He get the wise you on. He got to a family spirit alignment. Where one did cheer, Ndaka Nandegre. They inspire your ancestors, however, you altar, Habiko, Hamekopa, Obidahama, Habutuo, Namataka, what I can Lakoniani, Nimerian, and Amagama, Nico Jerry. A 2 Ajadich, the Messalakadich, where Butu Hobi, said you were. If not, nagging them Kawaso. Akoramoni Hemerano. No BIA. When I was growing up, I saw Obidia, but that Obi was later destroyed. I will not tell you what happened to people involved. But fast forward, when I was growing up, that time I was searching for the truth. Searching for the truth led me to so many places, many temples, even all over the world. When I was searching the truth, I read so many books. I read so many books in searching for the truth. I read so many books. On reading so many books, those books, is it Muhammad? Is it Buddha? Is it the Heaven Opus? Is it Lion of Africa? Is it the Light of the Truth? It's many. Even Bible, I read everything in searching for the truth. But at this particular time, I was told, I was called by name, by the spirits, that I should remember that I'm called one. But before now, like over 20 years ago, I was given that message when I was still growing up, that time will come when I will discover myself, that I'm a called one, that I'm a priest. I wasn't ready for that time, for that work. I'm contented with just being an evangelist. Then the morning cry, Mbayana Mota in a preach inside bus from Onitsha to Oka, then. So all this is what I used to do, doing crusade seminars and television programs. So I started my evangelism very early, at my early 20s. So all this is what I've been doing till I received this message. That time I didn't know that the Spirit was preparing me for a reason. That time I thought I was just researching, seeking for the truth. I was a core Christian then. But every Xmas, I will go down to our Nayuku, Nonobi, Eze-Nuku, then Eze-Ana, Ochiro Eze-Ana. I will go to him. I will begin to ask him some certain questions. In fact, I saw Ofo for the first time through him. I asked him, what is your Ofo? He showed me Ofo. He showed me the small Ofo. He now showed me the big Ofo. So, but that time, I was so inquisitive to know about those Ofo and everything as a research person, because I later even used that Ofo to preach in Christendom. I won't forget that fateful day. He showed me the Ofo for the first time after educating me. So eventually he passed on. So the thing keep ringing in my mind that as at that time there's no any assembling altar for my ancestors known as Obi. So it keep disturbing me in my heart that I should remember that my ancestors is hovering in the air without being given a special place where they will be sit, where they will gather, where they will be having meetings and discuss about the well-being of my generation and my family. He kept giving me sleepless nights. One day, I was inspired. The Spirit came to me and told me that my calling, the time for my calling is now, as at that time, that I should wake up and go to New Orleans. That Naga and Maham, they gave me prophecy. Naga and Maham nan soto wa. Naga sinakam to tunde madabu. But the day they came, even Maichi followed them. And Maichi said, na angazabu na chimuge tuwe mugo. Ba makadem this ugochitubelu siwapuna. Before then, I have never seen anybody that answered ugochitubelu. I'm the first person that answered it on social media or anywhere. Though a lot of people are emulating it now. That was year 2020, before 2020. So they told me, they told me that I was called from time immemorial to be a priest and to be an evangelist. That I have been equipped. That all this while they are taking me to India, they took me to so many places, many temples. I read so many books that they are all just to equip me for the work ahead. That from me they will save many souls. Now I come taught from the man now. I had that message daily. And I was told, Namga Rohobi. Namga Rohobi. And now accepted. So I was told, I said, how will I do it? I was directed that I should start my social media evangelism. That through social media evangelism that I will reach to so many people. The same way I reached out to so many people when I was into networking. So I started my online evangelism. As we speak today, I'm the first person. You can go and verify. I'm the first person individually, single-handedly to have Eze-Ana television on satellite, otherwise known as Eze-Ana. I have spent millions of naira on that project. But when I got that message, I asked them, how will I be able to do this? I was told that they will see it through. That what is important is for me to accept that I will do it, that they will make it happen. That is how I opened Eze-Ana. Years now. Over 2 years now. What am I saying in essence? That time they gave me sure that in gratitude of what they will do for me, I now promise them that I will build Obi for them. And they helped me to build my house. Immediately I finished my house, I built it. Because that time I told them that I built downstairs before. And I don't want downstairs, I need upstairs. And they made it possible. In gratitude, I built a befitting Obi years back for them. And I consecrated it. I was permitted to consecrate it. And we entered into covenant. They promised me that it will be great. That the world will hear my name, that I will be great. Oh, one don't deny and I get seen and Yabobi when I goes here. Senabu will run about. As long as we are keeping our covenant. Oh, Nyabuna, every January 1. Or our special day. Remember our ancestors. On my him with a is a covenant. So Obuno will go to any of my descendants, Gabia, when I was gone. Maya we good dear, you were the maybe Bobi. It was a problem. Because all Mando we entered in good faith within the chair and then Nanaya. Never a meeting point. Ever hang on when I Pamako the Mai, Neburayaga. So if you are not interested to be a partaker of that blessings from the ancestors, you do as right. You have the freedom to walk away, but not to go and destroy it. Yes. Once you destroy it, you will have problems. You have problems. So you are not permitted to destroy it. So what am I saying in essence? Pay attention to spiritual life. Pay attention. So if you are one of the people that destroyed what makes your family great, I will advise you. I will help you to realign yourself and your family to those personal family spirits. I will help you. Manobro na ese na ime ya align with mmụọ ejitonta ala ben na gị nke wu maka ọdịmma. O so n'ihe na-ebute mpịawa azụ. Also, from pillar to post. Recognize the gods of your ancestors. Recognize more than a group and again than I always ball. Ezinụlọ go ezinụlọ ka bụ ndị eriri eri. N'ụlọ enwere ike ịbịakọta ọnụ wee align all with them maka ọdịmma ezinụlọ. Come to the temple, I will help you to align yourself with mmụọ be nna gị na temple. Site n'ike anyanwụ wee chukwa ha wee yọọ ha ka ha gụpụ gị na ndị iwe eji iwe eleta ka a gbanwere ọnọdụ dị mma ka a ghara iji ajọ omume ezinụlọ gị mere ka ọ na-emetụ gị ka i wee kwụrụ n'ụkwụ gị na-abụ ka i wee kwụsị ịta afụfụ mmetọ emetọrọ ihe ọdịnala dabe nna gị. Ọ na-ewute m na mfụ ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ nọ n'ihe nsogbu maka ihi na ha hapụrụ ihe ezinụlọ ha ji wee dị ebube ha wee dọ na nsogbu wee na-ata afụfụ. Ọ na-ewute m ọ maka ya ka ozi a si wee daa. So as you are under the influence of this voice, akpọchi n'obi gị, you are blessed. As you hear this word, put into action. Ime udo n'etiti mmụọ nsọ gị na mmụọ dị be nna gị ndị na-alụ ezigbo ọrụ. Begin today to recognize them as I recognize mine, and all we have lost in the past was restored. Learn how to make peace with you, yourself, and the ancestral forces, and it shall be well with you. I'm rounding up. As you are hearing this voice, put it into actions, and it shall be well with you. WhatsApp number ga-eji nweta m ma ọ bụrụ na ịchọ ka nyere gị aka n'ihe gbasara ya ime udo. Ọ bụkwara ezinụlọ anyị awachi ọfọ mma enyere ụlọ aka wachi ọfọ dị na ngwurugwu nna ụlọ eme udo n'etiti mmụọ dị na be nna gị. Ndị a ga-ehibekwa na-ehibe dịka igwe ehibe ha, ndị ama ehibezi ehibe a ga na-akpọ n'anyanwụ na-esetụrụ ha a na-emekwa ya bụ ihe. And I can tell you, I'm a living witness. It shall be well with you. Ụfọdụ na-aga ọbụ n'ihe ọma meelụ m maka ihi na m chighata n'ọdịnala Igbo ga-emere gị. Na-agwakwazi ọfụ na onye ọbụla bụ onye na-eso m, onye ọbụla ji ezigbo obi wee na-eso Ugochitubelu na temple na-agbasa ozi administration aya na-ata from the grace and powers that flows into creation by this our administration. Na o nwere onye n'ime na a ga-achọ achọ n'ime arụ anụwa n'oge anụ ga-adị ndụ ka nka nwoke ahụ egburu ụkwụ na nwaanyị ahụ egburu ụnụ. Ma WhatsApp number ị ga-eji nweta mbụ 0805 78 37672. I repeat, 0805 78 37672. Let us pray. Ekwem na Chineke, ekwere m na ọ dịghị ihe si n'ime ike ka Chineke na-apụghị ezi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụwuo ya n'ihi na ọ gbazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya, ya gazie. May the blessing of Chukwu pụrụ ime ihe be with you all. May you be protected, may you be blessed, may you be favored now and forevermore. Ya gazie. Go, shine and dominate. Udo dịrị ọnụ.